The Pesticide Application Checklist is a useful tool to help you minimize environmental problems caused by pesticides without sacrificing effective control. Review the checklist by scrolling to the bottom of the year-round IPM program, or use the link Mitigate Pesticide Effects on Air and Water Quality found under each crop stage heading. The Pesticide Application Checklist is divided into several practices you should consider when choosing to use pesticides. First, choose a pesticide suggested by UC researchers from the Almond Pest Management Guidelines, considering effectiveness, harm to natural enemies and pollinators, water bodies and aquatic invertebrates, and the potential for resistance. Click the Impact on Natural Enemies and Honeybees link. This goes to a table that lists how toxic a pesticide or miticide is to parasites, predators, and pollinators using a designation of high H, moderate M, or low L. Look for pesticides that have low toxicity to predators and parasites and only impact natural enemies for a short time, only a few hours to a day. The Roman numerals in the honeybees column refers to when the pesticide can be applied. A rating of 4 means that you can apply the pesticide at any time with reasonable safety to bees. Use the UCIPM Water Tox database to evaluate the risk that pesticides will move with water and eroded soil and affect non-target organisms. Water Tox contains information derived from a pesticide screening tool developed by the USDA Natural Resource Conservation Service, best known as WIN-PST. You'll see the Water Quality Compare Treatments button in the treatment table of the guidelines for each pest. Take peach twig borer, for example. Scroll down to the treatment table and click the Water Quality button. To learn more about Water Tox, click the link About this database. You can customize Water Tox based on your soil type, site conditions, and application conditions, all the things that affect how pesticides move in the environment. The results table then compares the potential hazards posed by all the pesticides listed in the treatment table, so you can choose the effective yet least harmful pesticide. Blue bars means no mitigation measures are needed. Red means that it leaches easily or moves in runoff. The bigger the bar, the more risk of harm it poses. When using intermediate and high-risk pesticides, consider measures to mitigate harm. The pesticide checklist provides tips on what to do before and after an application so that you apply pesticides correctly and protect sensitive sites. These include things such as choosing the correct type of sprayer and following label directions for proper handling and storage. It also includes calibration of the sprayer for maximum coverage of the target. Be sure to keep records of what you applied and when, and follow up to make sure the treatment was effective. Follow recommended practices that reduce pesticide movement to off-site areas, such as using cover crops, installing vegetative filter strips and sediment traps, or using drip rather than sprinkler irrigation. Check out the various publications on how to manage runoff and reduce erosion. Finally, consider management practices that reduce air quality problems. Volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, impair air quality. If you plan to apply an emulsifiable concentrate formulation or a fumigant, use these Department of Pesticide Regulation calculators to see how much VOCs will be released. Now that you have been through this tutorial on using the year-round IPM program for almonds, you should have a better idea of what to do during each stage of the almond growing season. Monitoring for pests, applying pesticides only when necessary, and using the least harmful pesticide whenever possible can help you to manage pests in an environmentally friendly manner. For a more thorough look at pests in almonds, check out the Almond Pest Management Guidelines on the UCIPM website. To learn more about year-round IPM programs, see the online tutorial on our website. For more information on almond production, visit the online catalog at anrcatalog.ucdavis.edu.